Welcome to the deep dive, where we crack open complex ideas to really get at their most vital truths. Today, we're tracing a pretty profound narrative. It's woven through the material you provided, and it centers on, well, a truly momentous event, the sound of the seventh trumpet.
That's right. And our mission today is to understand what this final trumpet signifies, not just, for the world, but really for the nature of existence itself, and divine justice, too. We'll be digging into these connections between ancient prophecies, the ultimate test of faith, and what love truly means according to these texts.
Okay, so get ready as we unpack how these ideas might reshape our understanding of life, death, and really what it means to be informed about the deeper layers here. So let's dive straight in. The sources highlight the seventh trumpet as the ultimate, the final one. What's the implication for the entire universe, according to these texts?
Well, what's fascinating is that it's not just a sound, right? Not just an alert. It marks this monumental, really irreversible shift in cosmic governance. It's the moment it's proclaimed that the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Lord.
Ah, right, that specific phrase.
Exactly. Think of it like a herald. A completely new era beginning, God's eternal reign starting definitively. It has that same kind of finality. Remember the trumpets and the walls of Jericho?
They're bringing down the walls?
Kind of like that. It brings a final end to the current age, ushers in divine sovereignty.
That's a powerful shift. And right on the heels of that trumpet, we hit this concept, the first resurrection. The sources seem to point to a very specific group for this initial unique resurrection. Who are they? What makes them so critical?
Right, and this is where the material offers a really unique insight. The first resurrection is specifically for what these texts call martyr witnesses.
Martyr witnesses, okay.
Yeah, these are individuals who showed their profound love for God and neighbor. They did it by upholding the core commandments, especially those about love, even, unto death.
Wow, so they faced the absolute ultimate test.
Yeah.
And stayed faithful.
Precisely.
So their very existence becomes this sort of cosmic statement then. What does that imply about the truth of those commandments? Especially the love principles the sources keep emphasizing.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. This reveals a core theological argument in our sources. The adversary, Satan, basically argues that God's commands are impossible for creatures like us to keep.
Implying they're unjust or lead only to death.
Exactly. But the undeniable existence of these martyr witnesses, people who did keep those commands right to the end, even giving their lives, that serves as the ultimate proof. Irrefutable.
Proof that the commandments can be kept.
Yes, they embody the truth that these commands, really, at their heart, are about selfless love. Their steadfastness just completely disarms the adversary's claims. It wipes out any doubt about God's righteousness in judging those who oppress, those who reject that path of love.
Wow, that is a powerful refutation. So if the first resurrection singles out these unique martyr witnesses, it begs the question, how do the sources then distinguish their fate from everyone else's? In the bigger picture of resurrection and judgment, are there different kinds?
Yes, absolutely. The texts you shared clearly differentiate. There's a resurrection to life and then a resurrection to judgment. And the first resurrection. It's portrayed as a better resurrection, an unparalleled privilege, really.
Better how?
Because these martyr witnesses are the very first to rise. They truly overcome death, and they're uniquely granted this position, inheriting and reigning during what the sources call the 1,000-year kingdom.
A 1,000-year kingdom.
Yeah.
A key period.
A pivotal period of righteous governance on earth, yeah.
Okay, so what about others? The other righteous people, or those who consistently reject this path of love, what do the sources say happens to them?
Well, most other righteous people, according to these texts, are resurrected later, after that 1,000-year period. Their actions, their faith, it's all verified then. But for those who consistently reject God, who oppress their neighbors, judgment, based on those very same commandments of love, leads to being cast into the lake of fire.
The lake of fire. Now that sounds final.
It is, but it's critical to understand how these sources frame it. It's not described as being for transformation or, eternal conscious torment in the way it's often pictured.
Oh, so?
These texts clarify that free will. It's perfected through genuine love and choice, not through punishment.
Free will perfected through love. That's quite a statement.
It is. So the ultimate outcome for those who consistently, irreversibly reject love, it seems to be a return to non-existence after their penalty is paid, whatever that entails.
Okay, that idea perfected through love, not punishment, is profound. Counterintuitive for many, perhaps. So connecting this to the bigger picture, What's the core message about what God truly asks of us?
Yeah.
How does this tie back to the ultimate measure of love?
It really forces us to think about how one truly fulfills the commandments, doesn't it? Our sources seem to suggest that God's ultimate requirement, the absolute peak of obedience and love, it's the willingness to sacrifice one's life out of love for God and neighbor.
Willingness to sacrifice one's life.
Yeah, it isn't about achieving human perfection in every single action every day. It's about the heart's ultimate commitment, demonstrated love.
That sounds like a monumental task.
Yeah.
A limit of love, as you put it earlier. Is that truly attainable for everyone? I mean, with all our human flaws.
That's the crucial question, isn't it? And while it's true, we probably can't achieve this purely by our own strength or, inherent perfection. These writings strongly assert that anyone who genuinely desires to love God and neighbor, even with their flaws, can reach this limit of love through what the texts call the divine empowering spirit. It's suggested that even imperfections are forgiven if the core intention, the driving force, is this profound, demonstrated love, a willingness to give everything, even life itself. It speaks volumes about the potential for transformation these sources see.
It really does. So as we wrap up this dive, what stands out most to you thinking about the seventh trumpet, this first resurrection, this ultimate expression of love?
Well, I keep coming back to this. If the very definition of a martyr witness is someone who loved unto death, proving the power and truth of God's way, how might reflecting on that idea maybe reshape your own understanding, your understanding of commitment, sacrifice, and maybe the boundless potential of love in your own daily life? Something to consider?